sun, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Next tweet. Alright, a friend of mine had a beach house during COVID. Harry and Meghan will come over and use the gym, says Sahidi. Quote, so they're not hiding behind a fence or in their house. They're not being snubbed. They're making friends, hanging out. They're obviously happy. Okay, I'll click on this. I'm not going to read it, but I'll leave the link in the description for you guys, so you guys could read everything else in there. You see, this is very small. It's hard for me to read. Alright. Oh, this is nice. I'll look at the pictures. Wow, it's like a retreat. Alright. The text is too small. The font is too small. It's gonna give me a hard time. But I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, I find it really strange that a British paper will write an article about a little American town over 5,000 miles away. Can they find a beautiful spot in the UK to feature? Okay, it is what it is. All right, they have a mansion with a fully equipped gym, so that part I don't believe. Maybe they were just jogging on the beach but not working out using the beach house. I did a video because about their home at the time when we knew. I don't know if it's the exact home, but at the time when they purchased the house, there were images of that particular house from a previous owner. So there was a gem there. I don't know. It's in one of my videos somewhere. Okay.
Now
So that's it with the comment. Let's go to the next one. Okay, strange. U.S. article rarely mention Harry's brother and his wife when they write about the Sussexes. On the other hand, most UK articles about the other brother and his wife usually mention the Sussexes. Right? When they do mention him, he's in a photo and is referred to as Harry's brother. No one bothers to find out his name. No one cares. There's a laugh. Alright, there won't be any clicks without mentioning the Montecito Royals. That's for sure. Okay, because without them, there is no substance. True, British media love drama. They create it. Apart from racist conservative type, few people are interested in egg and bone, and almost no one cares about dad and stepmom. Okay, it's dad and mistress wife. A step parent is the new spouse to a birth parent who will also be involved in the raising and rearing of a child into adult age. Harry was 20 years old when Chuck and the mistress married. Alright, because the other one and his wife were snooze fest, totally basic. The UK need to mention the Sussexes so they can sell papers. That's exactly that. Okay. Alright, after this, that's it. He's seen as Harry's brother mostly. Sure, the future king is not important, but a podcaster is. Next tweet. Alright, let's see here. I see title. What am I saying about title? Okay, there's that. Try not to roll your eyes at the title. Why are reporters so scared to be honest about the deceptively hollow appeal of their, was it Wellses? They're unrelatable, uninspiring, and lack of chemistry or charisma. What is that? Is there a date? There's no date. Kate's in touch with American over 40s, but Meghan is where the money is. As the Prince and Princess of Wales head stateside for their first US tour in 8 years, Amanda Foreman assesses the British monarchy's popularity across the Atlantic. Are you sure? By every possible metric, from the historic to the meaningful, the Waleses come out ahead. The Earthshot Prize has the potential to save the planet. Its prize winners are anonymous worker bees, not big shot, who have made it to the top. But to put it crudely, William and Kate are trading in yesterday's currency, leaving aside sheer sartorial glamour. What? Where Kate is unmatched, the Wellses offer the world a fixed basket of virtues: duty, probity, discipline, oh my god, decency, description, oh my god, loyalty and commitment. Where are they getting this from?
Thank you. Nice to see you again. I was just looking at, it's been a while since I last visited. So yeah, definitely when things get back to normal, I'd love to come and say hello to the team and everyone down there as well.
I think it was 2012 that you were last here.
No. It only seems like yesterday, Graham. It shows you how quickly time goes.
Loyalty and commitment. Where are they getting this from?
I would like to thank Lord Dyson and his team for the report. It is welcome that the BBC accepts Lord Dyson's findings in full, which are extremely concerning. That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
Is that the one where it's been 8 years they've been coming to a charity? Loyalty and commitment. Wow, it is a worthy one to be sure, and also totally, fatally in step with the value of the over 40 crowd.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned, mute woman.
Baby boomers, Generation X, and some millennials, but the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are dearly in today's currency: self-actualization, self-healing, self-identity, self-care, self-expression, self-confidence, and self-love. Yeah, they have to do that. Nobody's going to give it to them. But and at the same time, they care about their communities and things around them. Look at what they did for the Uvalde community. World Central Kitchen, who's feeding worldwide. All right, they help support World Central Kitchen. So many other organizations that's already doing the work. My goodness. Okay, with two media juggernaut, each working overtime to protect their assets, and a formula that milks two of the biggest obsessions in America today, royalty and identity, the Sussexes are assured their place in the social mediaverse. There will be no shortage of interviews, humanitarian awards, and self-generated documentaries in their future. The war between the Welleses and the Sussexes was over before it started. Okay, maybe I'm missing something here. Okay, this is an example of the reason why Kate and William will never be successful, because the lies that the media gatekeepers write about them, it doesn't match anything that they represent. Thank you. Like I was saying, what is it? The thing with, I have the clip where they said that it's been 8 years since she showed up to a charity. And I have clips of other things. Her charities are closing off and all that. Sartorial Splendor, Countess Court Dress, Baroness, Cut and Paste. That article was the most hilarious thing I've ever read. Duty, Decency, Discretion, Crying Karen, and Peggy. Really? The Palace Insider, who leaked like a old roof, laughing my ass off. They only appeal to old, tired, racist British granny Karens and paid bots. Let me move on. My nose is really stuffed. It make it unbearable to continue recording. Let him. After he remove it, he can go shove the title up his and the rest of the British media's British media asses. Okay, I hope when that do happen, yeah, we'll finally shut that yucky gutter thing you call mouth. The Sussexes don't need them titles until the royal family, who are nothing without the title. Nonsense. Okay. What did they say here? The king might be able to remove Duke and Duchess of Sussex title with new proposal bill. Royal News Express. That thing that they put, like I said, they're probably listening to some of my podcasts. The thing, what was it, where Charles is asking to put more Council of State for him? I think they're going to have 7 or something. He's adding 2 more. And this is where I think the discussion is going to come, where they're saying, why do you need all that? You need only working royals, and you need to remove some of them, and then Harry will be one of the 2 they remove. This is where the discussion is going to come, in my humble opinion. I discussed it in one of my videos. I wish they'll remove it already. Instead of all this baseless threat, Harry and Meghan will still thrive and be strong than ever. Exactly. They keep sending out their attack dogs to bark as if the Sussexes care. I mean, that's all they have on them right now. The title. That's all they could use. What is it? They start with the Fragmore. Harry decided to pay for it. Everything that they try to make a noise out of it, Harry and Meghan come and squash their nonsense. Once they remove the title, I actually want them to remove the title so they could, like she said, yep, to shut them out. After that, they have nothing to be going against Harry and Meghan. Okay, after he removes them, they will want him to remove the other spare and everyone else. Then they will call for the abolition of the shit. Let him try it, lol. We are ready. Okay, if they take it away, Meghan will forever be the one and only Duchess of Sussex, ever iconic. There's a loving eye. Don't be surprised if Charles don't give himself that name, because he wants to be loved. He thinks people's gonna start calling him. I don't know. I really don't think they understand the value of their position. He's king. He's that the top of the top. But no, they're going after little crumbs of things. The same way, what's that military thing Harry was patron of? Something Mountbatten, where he wear the red. Meghan wore the red dress to go a couple years ago before they left the UK. Seriously, their fans are obsessed with useless titles they don't need. Harry and Meghan don't need titles, just like Diana. Exactly. Okay, if Charles could get Harry and Meghan titles removed, then Pandora box has been opened. They don't. Their mind are like in a tunnel vision. They don't see any ripple effect at all, none whatsoever. But they will only see it when it does happen, or when the squad point their nonsense out. But at the time when they're planning and plotting, it sounds so perfect in their head. Nothing else matters until the squad pointed out. All right. If Charles could get Harry and Meghan title removed, the Pandora box. Okay, I read that. Pandora box has been opened. This means that the title of many other family members will also have to be removed. Okay, what reason will they have left then to keep the Sussexes in their mouths every day? There really aren't any legit ones even now, and clearly not then. Truth, never gonna happen, even though Charles III is a petty, despicable clownship and would love to do so. They need title as a threat. Alright, ha ha ha. You claim they don't need them, but they never fail to grab the title and use them to their advantage. Guess what? It's a gift. Okay? A gift. The queen gave it to him. Alright? And then when he give it back, you guys gonna have your next excuse will be that, oh my God, disrespecting the queen and all of that. All the BS they been saying prior. Alright? He just mind his own business and do his thing. It's people. Alright? Us, me, who's calling him Duke and Duchess of Sussex, not them calling themselves that. Whenever Harry and Meghan go someplace, they represent themselves as Harry or Meghan. I never hear them say, I'm Duchess of Sussex, I'm this and that. Okay, I couldn't have penned this better myself. There's a laugh, ha ha ha. I don't believe he's going to remove anything. Besides, Harry is a prince by birth, and he hasn't done anything that serious to be deprived of its title, even if it wouldn't change much if he was. Okay, accepting an award that claimed that his family is racist is plenty serious, especially, but they are. Where is the lie? But they are, especially when he is in the past has worn a Nazi uniform and racially abused a Pakistani soldier. Guess what? From what I've learned, the Nazi uniform was the idea of his brother. But to put everything in perspective, Harry learned. He moved on. Okay? He released all these negative things that was in his past. And he apologized.
My wife said recently that our generation and the ones before us haven't done enough to right the wrongs of the past. I too am sorry. I too am sorry. Sorry that we haven't got the world to the place that you deserve it to be. Institutional racism has no place in our societies, yet it is still endemic. Unconscious bias must be acknowledged without blame to create a better world for all of you. I want you to know that we are committed to being part of the solution. I want you to know that we are committed to being part of the solution and to being part of the change that you are all leading. Now is the time, and we know that you can do it.
The others never apologize. Instead, they're creating excuses after excuses. All right, let's do comment under this. This is getting good. Quit with the hysterics. Okay, what's next? Charles, denounce your son. Take anything away from them and you will look just what you are. A spiteful, hateful man who is not fit to call himself a father. All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, Harry has apologized. He's like, I too am sorry for whatever. I'll put the clip here. All right, so I put this. Oh, for the love of God, take the goddamn title away already. What the F taking so long? Okay, is that the same thing? This is my response on that. The king might be able to remove Duke and Duchess of Sussex title with new proposed bill, royal news. Okay, so that's the same thing, and that's me responding to it. So I sort of went, there's 559 comment on that. I think I only wanted to share my comment. Next tweet. Right, there's this. UK front pages today. They know there was such a thing as being, quote, too in love. Okay, this one I think I saw it today. All right, let's see here. Queen asks, is Harry a little over in love? I can't read that. If you could, good for you. There's here Charlotte to be Duchess of Edinburgh. The squad were making fun, were happy about that because the other one, I think Sophie or something. Okay, and the fury at Gun Guard asked Duke to lose 3 million cap escort. Is that the truth or is it just nonsense? Kate wants public to keep paying. Zara down under for Mike exit. So is he still in that show, or his exit? They booted him out? Okay. Migrants house and forces home plans to move refugee into military units while 2,500 British veterans are homeless. Oh, Meghan is in their papers? Oh, wow. Queen thought that Harry was a little too in love with Meghan. How the hell will they know that? A queen who doesn't speak? How the hell would they know that? This is just BS. Okay, Queen feared that Harry was too in love with Meghan. Kate, we must do more to help children. Okay, keep talking about it, but what are you doing about it? Do more, but what is it? Saying it is not gonna make magic happen. You have to be hands-on, just like the video I showed earlier where Meghan was hands-on making the recipes with the cooking with the hub community. Okay, let's see here. Well, we all know that marriages in the British royal family are just marriages of convenience, easy to get rid of when no longer needed. Okay, Philip was too in love with Queen Elizabeth. He changed his name to suit her family, then have his family and his wedding, and his kids are known as Windsors. Prince Charles was too in love with Camilla. He refused to give her up, whether they were both married to others. Kate was too in love. She waited 10 years. I guess it is what it is. She put all of them. Okay, or they were in love with the idea of living the royal life, except think Harry and Meghan. The rest either started out as philanderer or had a mistress or lover on the side shortly after marriage. Harry and Meghan seem to be the only real and faithful love match. Let's see here. He was broke and homeless. He will have done anything that family asked. Okay, how can you be too in love with someone? Then they say monarch is the chief of the church. Jesus, Matthew 19:5. I mean, these people. A man will leave his parents and will stick to his wife. A right husband will love his wives as their own bodies. He feeds, cherish it. There's that. Where is my comment? Oh, there's a lot of other comments here. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna stop. My nose is really stuffed. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 9. All right, let's see if I could do it really quick. My nose is really stuffed. Okay. Karma appears to be coming for Sophie, Count of Wessex, who took every opportunity to show her disdain for Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and who did everything her fellow mean girl, Kate Middleton, asked of her. Seems to be getting the royal treatment. I hope the old adage, quote, "You reap what you sow," is true. All right, let's see here. Princess Charles to be Duchess of Edinburgh. Okay, so that's what it is. Duchess of Edinburgh. King Charles wants to keep the role for the third in line to the throne and a fitting tribute to the Queen, who also held the title, and to honor the line of succession. This is the thing that I was saying. I had a little soft spot for Edward. At least he didn't show any mean kind of spirit toward Meghan. But the wife, on the other hand, wow. Wow. Oh my God, even in this picture too. Look how she's looking at. Is that her? For a minute, she looked like Camilla here. And here as well. Oh my God. Whew. This is deep. With all the tiaras that they have in their head, but yet Meghan, who is just being as simple as it is, they're hating on her. All of baggage for God. There's a very important lesson I learned very early in life. Watch how important people in your life, like your boss, treat others, especially the ones they have an issue with. Someday you won't be the apple of their eyes any longer, and they'll treat you just the same. That is true. Meghan Bond orchestrated with the tabloid the destruction of Harry and Meghan's character, and Sophia thought they would be loyal to her. But Meghan Bond orchestrated with King Charles III for the title of Duchess of Edinburgh to go to her daughter, Charlotte. Very interesting. I didn't think of that. Sophia has the ending she deserved. They try to destroy their characters. Whether or I like them or not, it's still unnecessary, petty of Charles. This was decided years ago, and no rewriting of how they want to preserve it for the line of succession will change how dirty he just did Edward and how easy it is for Charles to go back on his word. The man has zero integrity. When people show you who they are, believe them. But for benefit of the doubt, let's wait. This is the papers. All right, let's wait and see when it actually happened. All right, when it actually happened. But then again, the paper or their mouthpiece too. Okay, it's what you deserve. I'm not really gonna go full blown on it until it actually happened. All right, until it actually happened. Let's wait and see. All right, there's one I'm missing the link. All right, so that was that one. Okay, so Prince Edward tried to make it in Hollywood but failed. He even had his own production company, that's Ardent Production. I have 2 videos about it. You could go and watch that. In his own word, he said, quote, "They hate anyone who succeeds," end quote, when speaking of the British media. No wonder they hate Harry and Meghan, our successful prince and princess. Very interesting. Let's see here. What date was that? 1999. Very interesting. Take tea and lots of meeting. Prince Edward producer comes to Hollywood as pitchman. Okay. I didn't know he tried to bring it here in the US. Is that what they mean by that? Okay. Hollywood is famous for being jaded and insular, but Mr. Windsor described it as a breath of fresh air compared with the Britain he knows. And it was clear that he left many executives here starry-eyed since he began his television production company, there it is, Ardent Production, in 1993. His treatment in the British press has generally ranged from skeptical to savage, largely because of the heavy losses his company has accumulated. Yep, I did say, because, but yet, this is the thing here. He started with a lot of money. No small businesses ever start with the amount of money that he had. But ever since he's been in business, it's losses after losses. So, and my question was, as I was doing those videos and reading some of those articles, how can somebody stay in business for that long and then you keep on claiming losses? And then later on, a couple months later, through Rachel Maddow, who was doing a completely different story, not about the royal family, nothing like that. And then the topic of discussion on Rachel Maddow, I think it was about Trump, who claimed losses when he's buying, and then when he's selling, he hyped up his businesses and stuff like that. So I was like, oh my God, this must be the reason. When it's time for taxes, he just claimed losses, so he doesn't have to pay tax. All right, so that's why the losses were there. All right, they hate it. Okay, this is a disclaimer. This is my humble opinion. I never come across anything that says this is how he, that's what he did. I don't know if he paid any taxes or anything like that. I don't know. I didn't come across that. But this was the idea, the thing that popped up in my head for a business to claim losses every year to still remain in business. All right, they hate anyone who succeeds, said Mr. Windsor early in the meal, served in a private suite with a single security man and attendant. They hate anyone who succeeds. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And this is the thing. I didn't even come across this. This is the thing that I've said in that video with the UK flag. Okay, anyone, nobody should pass the firm. I was right again. That's exactly that. They hate anyone who succeeds. So the limit is the firm. Nobody shall ever pass the firm. Alright? So that's the thing here. Let's read some of the comment. Oh, there's no comment. That's a very good find. There's no comment. Let's go to the next tweet. KFC3 with Qatar. Next tweet. There's this. I thought King Charles inherited £500 million a few months ago. There's a I. Now driving around London in a blacked out car to receive 1.5 million from Qatar. At the same time, the BBC was crying about human rights abuse and Harry Kane, who's Harry Kane, wearing a £500,000 Rolex in support of human rights. Was it BFFR? What's BFFR? Okay, exclusive by Kate Mansley. King Charles Charitable Fund donation has agreed to accept millions of pounds in donation from Qatar, the Mail on Sunday can reveal. The Prince's Foundation will receive what is thought to be £4.5 million over the next 3 years under a deal with the World Cup hosts, according to sources. But why? Why are they receiving it? I mean, not that is a bad thing, but what does Charles has to do in return? Okay, the charity is already mired in a cash for honor scandal, which is the they just gonna turn a blind eye. Okay, everyone is gonna get the piece of the pie, and then there's nothing to see here. All right, the charity is already mired in a cash for honor scandal, which is the subject of a police investigation. The new revelation will raise further concern over the running of the foundation, as Qatar faces widespread condemnation for its appalling human rights record. It comes after the king had said he will have far less time to be personally involved with the charity, having ascended the throne. But the Mail on Sunday can also reveal that the king made a secret visit in a blacked-out Range Rover to a Prince's Foundation project at the Qatari-owned Chelsea Barrack in central London on Wednesday, taking what is said to be annual installment, of £1.5 million over the next couple of years. Okay, what is that now? Royal family are such hypocrite. My God. Okay, 8 seconds.
Oh, if Prince William doesn't want to come to this tournament, but he's okay with not coming to the tournament, but his father takes, if you like, charitable donations, that's fine. If Prince William doesn't want to come to this tournament, but
alright, there's me here. The more they keep minding our faith's business, the monies will flow by their hands like water. Eventually, blind will see these royal true colors. Yeah, those unethical thing. All right, why do they say, quote, what's thought to be and not the true amount? Do they not have to report donation to the government? That's another question. Yet William refused to go to Qatar to support the football, but his father takes money. Okay, corrupted inept liars with too many dirty secrets. What in the name? What is that now? As Prince, King Charles used tax breaks and offshore account to turn his estate into a $1 billion portfolio while Britain faced austerity. All right, I think I remember reading some of this. The overly racist criticism of the Little Mermaid trail casting just once again proved that as long as you don't use the N-word, load of people will excuse your racism for you. Me, when reading the news that British press had to tell people not to make a sandwich for a dead woman. What? Other people got arrested for holding up signs. People can't have their funerals. Other getting kicked out of their holidays home. Serious operation being cancelled on Monday. Okay, what's the reference of that? Okay, if they really wanted to slag off a royal family, they will slag off the royal family. And if you know what I'm talking about, Crystal, there's a lot of sitting ducks there, Dennis. I remember reading that video. Showing that video. British royals met tyrannical Middle East monarchies over 200 times since Arab Spring. Yeah, I read that also in another video. What the hell is this? What's going on with Prince of Pegging? What? Is that William? But there's hair. Who the hell is that? Is that him? Okay, I can't really tell if that's him. What in the name? Well, then again, that's the way he danced. There's a grainy TMZ video. What is it? He was dancing in the background by himself. So I won't be surprised. I see the king is for sale. How you have 500 million personal money and the government pays for all your other needs and still selling your ass for 1.5 million. And when I said these men are cash poor, everyone laughed. Okay, clearly they're poor. Even if they like hoarding money, there are limits. This is poverty. There's that. They have more money than I could ever imagine, but them folks is poor. The thing is that, remember how I said they need to learn to take like financial classes, how to manage their money. I don't think they know how to manage their money. That's the thing. Next tweet. Camilla, the queen, wants Diana's son and wife to suffer the same fate as it's clear as day. She wants to see if she'll be successful, I guess, twice in a row. Okay, spell it wrong. Twice in a row. There's Princess Diana's letter. Okay, they're planning accident in my car so Charles can remarry. Princess Diana was a very bright woman. Look at this. All the... It's sad. It's sad. Oh, God. Nothing positive to say. Camilla is a horrid woman. That's why Charles loves her. They have the same dark souls. That's exactly true. Okay, they will spend the rest of their miserable lives defending themselves as all the karma is coming back to haunt them. They might be king and queen consort, but they will know no peace. Receipt. Camilla looks like the witch and Hansel and Gretel. Camilla looks like the witch and Hansel and Gretel. This time around, she touches the ancestors' eyeballs, and they will be coming for her. Ancestors' eyeball. All right, I think I'm gonna stop now. All right, my nose is really running. All right, let's do a prayer. Oh, not that. Go. Prayer. Okay, for blind to see. That's what was in my mind, and that's what's there. All right, Father, the evil spirit that are blinding the minds of the people around me, in the name of Jesus, I pray that they will be able to see clearly, to recognize who you are, and to give their hearts to you. Remove all hindrances the enemy will use to distract them from your truth. All right, let's look for an image. All right, let's do this. All right, Lord, don't let my desire blind me to your will. Give me peace with whatever your plan is. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. That's it.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.